Alright, today we're working on our Land Cruiser 100 and it's having starter issues. It's a 4.7 V8 with the starter is right underneath the intake manifold. So we gotta take the intake manifold off. So let's get at it. Whenever you're taking off hoses, give them a twist and they'll come off a lot easier. I think we're fairly good on this side. Then I can push it and take it out. Now, maybe I don't even have to worry about it. If I can just loosen up the whole throttle ball and throw it over there. Alright, let's take out the injectors on this side. The camera just wasn't working, so I'm not sure if we missed anything, but we did take out the injectors on the other side, and now we're doing them on this side. There we go. Seems like if I grab it inside the clip and then pinch it, that just does a nice little job getting it out. It just pops out nicely. I think we're good to take off the intake manifold. I'm just going to quickly show you what it did on the other side in case the camera was not working. We loosened this kind of vacuum tubing of sorts, whatever it is. This wiring harness we peeled back. And then we did the fuel banjo bolt, 22 mils. That was right on here. So this was on there with the fuel banjo bolt. So that's just a regular 12, it looks like. But then it switches to Torx. Alright, this bracket here has to come off. I guess I could have left it on then, throttle cable, but... Yes! Got it! No, that's loose there. That's loose there. There's one wire here. Some sort of ground or something. Okay, that's off. Oh, I see something else lifting up. By the fuel rails. There we go. Woo! It's a rat's nest in there. Let's put this here for now. And there's the starter. Looks like it's an OEM starter, so it's probably original. Look at there. There's a rat's nest of something right there. We'll clean that out. So I'm gonna take out these two. There we go. So supposedly that gives us more room. Stuff is still hot in here. This is not very comfy. I should lose 40 pounds. So this is how it goes. You can see there's 1, which is there, 2, 3. Let's start with this one. It looks like it's a 12. There we go. That was easy. Been sitting there for 20 years. So it looks, can you see right down in there? That's where the one is. Oh, got her. Can you get me a deep socket 14 mil, Matt?
Yep.
So for the left bolt, I use this combination, and then for the right, I think just a deep socket. I think I'm on. Yeah, I'm on it. There we go. That wasn't too bad. I think it should come out now. There we go, beauty. 12. Your legs are gonna cramp up soon. Come on, just get on there. Okay, I think we got it. Well, here's a 260,000 mile starter. I want to vacuum out this rat's nest in here. It's actually not a rat's nest, it's a squirrel's nest. In winter we see squirrels and chipmunks sitting on the tire, and I guarantee you, they crawl up and in here. Probably a nice warm spot to hang out. We'll take a look at this one after, and I think there's just some contacts that you can change out. The reason I changed it out is because this is a fair bit of work, and I just changed the whole starter because it has 260,000 miles on it. Okay, put the new one back in. I think I'm going to first attach the positive. So first we got to and then this goes in here. This goes over. There, perfect. I'm just gonna loosely put this one in. Oh, come on. Oh, it's not going in square. I don't know. Oh, there we go. There we go. There's a piece of plastic in the way. Now it's in square. Okay, that's on. Alright, that's nice and snug. This side here. Alright, that's snug. So, let's not lose that. Alright, so I got another issue here. Clip for this thing snapped. So, I think I'll get some tape or something, pulling this tighter that way. And then I'm just going to put some gasket material right around this, kind of glue it in place, because the last thing I need is the signal thing just to fall out. If I go like this, just to pull it that way a little bit. Next person who fixes this is going to be wondering what's this all about. So what this is doing is this is pulling this thing that way to keep it from sliding out. And now I'm just going to apply some gasket and on the sides. And hopefully it never has to come out again. I'm just going to hold this thing out the way a bit.
Is that?
Yeah, perfect, thank you. There we go. What I'm doing now is just, I really want to make sure it works before I bolt everything up. So I'm just tightening up the fuel banjo because I don't want the fuel pump to start up and fuel go everywhere. There we go. Starter's working. The injectors. Side. All right, last hose, I think. Last two hoses. This one goes up here. Yeah, turn it on one click, is it? Okay. Just wait. Alright, so we've done the starter and Would I do anything differently? Well, let's just quickly take a quick look at the engine, and I'll say what I would do differently to save myself from some grief. What would I do differently? I would take off the whole intake. I would take off this power steering reservoir so you don't snap it like I did. I wouldn't take off that back wiring harness, just the sides on each side. I would loosen the throttle body and just pull it forward like I did. That was easy. Anything about the starter, just be careful with the clips. I broke it, but I think it'll be fine. I wedged it on real good, and I put a bit of silicone, so that should be fine. The two harder lower bolts at the back on the starter that are 14 mil, either just use a plain deep socket, or I didn't try, but I think even just a regular socket might be fine. Anyways, let's take a quick peek at the starter just to see the contacts that wear out, and another way you can repair it if you have a little more time. All right, let's look at what the problem is with these. Or something. Okay, this washer part here hits these, and you can see it's kind of wearing out. It's not a solid connection. It has to hit both of them, and then it spins and it starts. You can see this thing. This is getting fairly worn as well. So this would also be, get the plunger and those two parts, I think, for about 50 bucks, and then you can take them out. I think you just unbolt it, yeah, right here. That's a cheaper way than the starter.